Thanks for checking in with us here on ABC24 Plus. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett. Wanted to get you an update on the weather as we roll into the weekend. We do have some changes on the way. Unfortunately, after a really nice week, we had sunshine for the most part. Temperatures got close to 70 the last couple of days. But again, this weekend, as we roll into Valentine's Day, that's when we're going to see some of those changes start to take effect. So we actually have a weather impact alert for Saturday and Saturday night. We're going to have several rounds of rain come through the Memphis and Mid-South area. And some of that rain could be heavy enough that we see some isolated flooding. So through the day Saturday, we'll start off with some light off and on showers. And then through the day, it's going to pick up. So by Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, the rain becomes a little more steady. And then Saturday night, that rain's going to be coming down at a pretty good clip. Showers will even continue into Sunday morning. So again, some of the rain could be heavy, and we could be dealing with at least the chance of some isolated flooding. Now, we've been pretty dry lately, so the rivers are pretty low, lakes are pretty low. So we're not talking about that kind of flooding. This would be the kind of flooding that ponds up on the roadways a little bit, covers some of those underpasses that we typically see flood, and that would mainly be late Saturday night. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Timing and thinking really hasn't changed. We're going to start to see that rain come in Saturday morning. Again, it's going to be light at first, and there could even be some breaks in the rain. So Saturday morning, Saturday midday even, there could be a couple of hours where you're mainly dry in your neighborhood. But by Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, the heavier rain picks up. It becomes a little more steady, and that continues through Saturday night into early Sunday morning before things start to clear on out. Now, we really need some rain, believe it or not, looking at the last 60 days. So this goes back to about December 15th, December 16th. We've had 3.9 inches of rain in Memphis. Now, that also counts the snow and sleet that we had. What they do is they melt it down and determine how much liquid came out of that. So as much snow and sleet as we had, when we melted all that down, it only came out to about an inch. So we've added that in there, and adding all that up, we've had 3.9 inches of liquid precipitation in the last 60 days. Now, the normal for the last 60 days would be almost 9 inches. We are in what is typically a pretty wet season for us. We typically see a lot of rain this time of year. We just haven't in the last couple of months. So we're about 5 inches below normal for the last 60 days, and that has put a good chunk of the Mid-South into drought conditions. Drought's actually pretty bad up in north central Arkansas, northeast Arkansas, Searcy, Jonesboro, Poinsett County, Wynne. That's where the drought's really bad. But it's also already a severe drought in northwest Tennessee, northeast Arkansas, and then a moderate drought into Memphis. But the Mississippi River's running pretty low. A lot of those lake levels are low right now. And we just haven't had a lot of good rain lately. Yeah, we had the snow and sleet, but I'm hearing from people, if you dig down a little bit in the ground, as wet as that top layer might be because of all the melted snow and sleet, down below, it's very dry. So again, that's led to a pretty serious drought condition for parts of the Mid-South. This rain will help. I don't think it's going to get rid of all of that drought, though. We need several rounds of rain to come through, but again, we'll take what we can get. Here's the latest hour-by-hour radar. Again, you'll notice as we get into Saturday morning, that's when the first rounds of rain come in. 5 a.m. Saturday, a little bit of light rain at first, and then slowly picks up. Now, notice it's not raining everywhere. So this is 10 a.m. Saturday. Sprinkle here, sprinkle there, but a lot of areas are dry, and that remains the case through lunchtime. So from Saturday morning into lunchtime Saturday, yes, there could be some showers, but I don't think it's going to be raining everywhere. There could be some dry time Saturday morning. By about 2 or 3 o'clock Saturday, though, rain really starts to come in, and you're going to notice it picking up in intensity and also becoming a lot more widespread. So here's 7 p.m. Saturday. This would be dinner time. A lot of Valentine's Day reservations just around this time. Not only is the rain becoming more widespread, it's becoming a little heavier. Where these yellows are showing up, that's where we could see the rain coming down at a pretty good clip. Now, we're not expecting severe weather. That would be mainly down to our south. Louisiana, it looks like, is going to be dealing with some of that severe weather. For us, it's all rain. But again, it could be heavy, and I can't rule out a rumble of thunder, but I think a lot of this is just going to be plain rain. It continues through Saturday night, so 11 p.m. Saturday, still dealing with heavy rain. Even into Sunday morning, rain is going to continue. So from Saturday evening through Sunday morning, it's going to continue raining. 8 a.m. Sunday, so if you're waking up early Sunday, rain is continuing, could be heavy, but closer to midday Sunday, the rain moves on out of here. I think by lunchtime Sunday, most areas are dry. And then Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, I think we're going to be in much better shape. If you want to do something this weekend, Sunday afternoon seems like the best time to do it. But again, this rain could be heavy. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, just depending on where you are. But there's definitely going to be a heavy band of rain that sets up, and that could add up to 2 to 4 inches. This model, the latest run of it, has it kind of right along I-40 into Memphis. And if we get 2 to 4 inches, again, that could slow down some of those storm drains just a little bit. So Saturday evening, Saturday night, once that rain really gets going, picks up a little bit, there could certainly be some flooding out there on the roadways. The typical spots that usually flood, there's those streets that seem to always be covered in water. Right lane of Poplar, Mount Moriah, Park under the underpasses, those typical roads that we know are going to have water on them. Just be aware they could deal with some ponding Saturday night. If you do see a flooded roadway, especially at night, remember to turn around, don't drown. So that'll help the drought, but kind of inconvenient Saturday evening and Saturday night. And then into Sunday morning, also dealing with some rain. First half of Sunday looks wet. Second half of Sunday, past lunchtime, I think the rain's gone. Might even see some sunshine come out Sunday afternoon with a high temperature right around 60 degrees. So rain on Saturday, rain for Sunday morning. Next week, though, I think we're mostly dry, feeling a little bit more like springtime. We're going to have some sunshine come out. Temperatures will climb, and it does look like we are pretty dry through the week. Friday into next Saturday, maybe a little bit more rain to deal with then, but most of next week is dry. It's just going to be warm, though. Look at these temperatures. Our average high is 55. We're still expecting temperatures to be likely above average for the next 7 to 10 days. Again, the average high is 55. We're going to blow that out of the water for the next 7 days. 60s this weekend, and then 70s going into next week, all the way up to 74 on Thursday. Not quite to a record high, but pretty close. I think the record high is about 77 or 78. So I don't think we're that warm, but it is going to be very spring-like next week. Notice by Friday, though, as that next batch of rain comes in, temperatures do drop, but I'm not expecting a huge drop. I still think we're going to be above average. But again, just a reminder this weekend, weather impact alert Saturday into Saturday night, even into Sunday morning, really. There will be some periods of heavy rain, could lead to some flooding on the roadways. So if you're going to be out, especially once the sun goes down Saturday night, be aware it's going to be wet out there, could be some flooding. If you do see a flooded roadway, remember to turn around, don't drown. So here's the 7-day forecast, weather impact alert for Saturday. We're not expecting severe weather. Just going to be some heavy rain that's going to impact your plans. Light off and on rain at first on Saturday, and then turning into more heavy, steady rain Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening and Saturday night. Rain continues Sunday morning, but by midday Sunday, it's going to clear out. Sunday afternoon and evening look very nice, high around 60. Beautiful sunshine Monday, high of 65. We'll see some more clouds build in through the week. I think Wednesday and Thursday look pretty cloudy, but we're going to be dry and warm. 72 on Wednesday, 74 on Thursday, and then 60s on Friday. There comes that slight chance of showers. Looks like mainly, though, again, unfortunately, next weekend into next Saturday is going to have another pretty good shot to see some rain. So we'll keep you updated on that. But for now, this weekend, plan for some rain. It won't rain constantly Saturday. There will be some breaks. But Saturday evening and Saturday night look pretty wet. So plan ahead for that. Make some indoor plans if you can. Sunday, though, by the afternoon, things starting to clear up. We'll keep you updated right here on ABC24 Plus. But for now, I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett. Meteorologist Daniel McDonald and Meteorologist Kit Thomas have you covered this weekend. I'll be back here next week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.